All right, here's Will and I. We are just going to head up and do ship's prow after changing last minute from doing Black Brett in Banff, because as you can see there is a ton of smoke and we wanted something with maybe not quite as lofty as of an objective, but something that we hadn't done before. So we are here just after the reservoir where you come across the road, and a couple different trip reports have you either heading, well, you head down the road and either head up right in about 100 meters or 500 meters, depending which track you're following. So that's today. There was some white flagging up here, but that's not the track that we're on. Just keep heading through these flat areas with these big pile of rocks. Trail continues just up that side hill over there. There's the reservoir down there. The open area, we kind of cut up to the right. We found some blue flagging on this tree, which is pretty close to the track, so we're going to follow this way. Trails are all very thin through the trees, so you'll find numerous pieces of flagging every once in a while and lack of a discernible trail in some spots. Still en route. Once again, someone has marked up all the trees. Yes, I get what they are trying to do. You can see the 3 trees up here. They've marked them actually on this side of the tree and the other side of the tree for descent. It's likely the right way. Just don't really agree with shredding of the bark on trees to mark your path. Well, we're just starting to break free of the trees here. High point up there. I think we get to the top of the ridge up there, kind of where the sun is, and then we head across left on the ridge. So we've kind of been following close to the edge of that cliff face for the last little while. Gonna get up over on the bump here, close to the ridge, and take a little bit of a break. Pretty easy going actually for the most part. When it's in the trees there, it's pretty steep, but smoke, I'm sure, makes it a little tougher than it has to be. There's Will. Not a lot for views, Will. Will and I just came up through there to the top here. Little lunch. And there's a cairn. I think a lot of people just stop on the ridge there. But I think to get to the true summit, you have to go to that point and then do the down climb towards Canmore. So we've done about 800 meters gain, Will? Right. Okay, sounds good. Almost up to the big cairn. Well, here's the ship's prow. I don't know if they call this the high point, where most people stop. But our plan is to keep going to there, down climb to the right. Yeah, don't fall down there, Will. Oh yeah. Just heading up towards Ship's Prow Peak. And then we'll see. We might do the 100-meter elevation gain or 100-meter elevation loss to get over to the ship's prow. Just looking back along the ridge we were just on. Summit's there. There goes Will. We are not far from the peak of ship's prow. And there is maybe the next objective, we'll see. It's not that bad in here, eh?
No, it's good.
Looked worse from farther away. There's our ridge. Scrambled up through here. I would say moderate scrambling at best. Little gully to get through right here. And I think it's just a bit of slab to the top. There's Will. Are you on the top right there?
No.
Oh. So here's the area we just scrambled up from. Summit's just left a Will there. All right, just getting up to Ship's Prow Peak. Well, Will, instead of smoking a pack of cigs, we come for a hike to the mountains. Nice work. Not much to look at. Okay, here's Will and I up on the summit of Ship's Prow. Ship's Prow Peak, I guess. Ship's Prow is actually down that way. There's the ridge we came down. The Three Sisters are in the background. You probably can't see them in the smoke. Spray Lakes Valley down that way. Mount Lawrence Grassy's that way. And of course, Haling and Eeyore would be right behind it. Okay. So Will and I just did Ship's Prow Peak, maybe 50 meters, not even, to the south. You get to this notch area, which is the down climb to get to Ship's Prow. There's one in between that's a real sketchy down climb. So if you find that one, keep going south and you'll get to this one. This one is, I mean, maybe a moderate. It's really not very, yeah, I mean, this is just my opinion, but I would consider this a moderate down climb at best. I will even keep the camera rolling. I'm facing forward. Will and I are the only ones on the mountain, and we're just taking turns going down this thing. Yeah, I thought it would actually be worse based on a couple people's writings on this. However, that being said, a lot of people do this in the winter, which would definitely change the way this looked and how it would be more exposed with potential snowfall. But there, I'm basically down, so I'll look up here at Will and you can see what it's like. I just have to go down just a bit more, but there's Will right there. Head on down, Will. Yep. Pictures I had seen of it actually made it look worse than this, Will. That's nothing. That's just my opinion, though. So once again, there's the down climb. Looks worse than it actually is. And just a short traverse to get over to the ship's prow. All right. Some neat rock around here. Looking down into the backside of Lawrence Grassy. Probably another 10 minutes. All right, we're at this little col here. We're just heading straight up. All right, Will and I did the traverse and down climb from Ship's Prow Peak to Ship's Prow. So there's the high point where we came from and did the down climb. Instead of going that way back, we just decided we're going to traverse and we're just going to find a weakness probably right about there and climb up. Looks like other people have done it. There is a very faint trail here, so that's the plan. So if you're here in dry conditions and you are not comfortable doing that down climb, just know that you can traverse probably from right over there to here and to get to Ship's Prow. Just find a weak point like Will did right here. Very easy scrambling to get up here, just very simple. Get back on the ridge.